Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to Queen Ahmadiyyah TV presents More Than Meets the Third Eye. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. Don't forget you can follow me on Instagram at QueenAShakur. Also on Instagram at divine_goddess_27. You can also text the word royals to 1-844-589-6096 in order to receive occasional text offers, notifications, and alerts. Okay, so let's see who we have in here. All right. Hello, Brianna, Papa Soul Searcher, Lady London, Alvin. C. Stan is in the house. Melanated Brown, Conscious Outlaw, Dark Skinned Brother, Cherokee Descended Dale, Ty and Mazzy TV. Okay, Eric. See Mommy Mac, Misfits, Pearly. Okay, October, I see you. Andrell, Terry Hinton. Let's get into it, people. Step into my truth and true justice, also in the house. Shout out to everyone in the chat, everyone tuned in to the Queen. All right, so let's get into it. So, as you all can see, I haven't been on this channel for a while, and I am sorry for that because we all need our spiritual vitamins. I'm going to have to do better, but I'm so busy with other channels, right? So, but I need to make time for this one because we absolutely do need our spiritual vitamins on a daily with all of this nefarious low vibrational energy and frequencies that we have to deal with. And one thing I want to point out is, you know, during this whole pandemic and everything that's going on, there's a lot of negativity in the air. You know, you have the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. You have Ahmaud Arbery's trial. You're still dealing with the pandemic. You're dealing with Dr. Fauci and Bill Gates' lies and nefariousness. You're dealing with the Biden administration and all these things. So we need to keep our frequencies on high vibration. And one of the things that we need to do is try to rewire our minds so that we can evade negativity. And I have started to notice that so many people, you know, they tend to focus more on negative things. But not only do they focus on negative things, many people, in fact, most people are actually attracted to negativity. Most people are attracted to low vibrational energy. And you know what that does when you're attracted to it? You see, as I told you before numerous of times, fear is the lowest vibration. Fear is the lowest vibration. And that's why, you know, the news media, as I call them, the mainstream propagandist machine, they continuously fearmonger, fearmonger, especially as it pertains to this whole pandemic, right? And when you allow them to do that, or when you allow fear to overwhelm you, whether it's about the pandemic, whether it's about something that's bothering you, whether it's something you're worried about, that's all low vibration. And what we need to stop doing is worrying about things to which we cannot change, or stop accepting defeat before you have even begun to fight. Okay? Rather than focusing on negativity and being pessimistic, always try to think about the positive aspects. Because no matter what you're going through, you always have some things that are beneficial to you in life, right? So start focusing on having an attitude of gratitude and being thankful. And gratitude is a state of mind, okay? That's a state of mind. When you wake up in the morning or when you go to bed at night, when you say your prayers, you don't have to always pray to ask the Most High for something. You can also pray to thank the Most High for things that you have, to show an attitude of gratitude. And when you do that, you're raising your frequency because you're thinking positively. And rather than, you know, feeling bad about what you don't have, okay? And like I said, gratitude is a state of mind, but being thankful, well, that's a practice, okay? That's a practice. Now, it also seems to me like a lot of people are wandering around here aimlessly. You know, I call them the sheeple, these people who just listen to everything that is spewed by the mainstream media, and they believe the lies that are put out there. And even when you show them the facts, proof, and evidence to dispute the things that they are worried about, that they're, you know, these foolish things that they're believing, even when you show them the truth, they don't accept it. And the reason a lot of people don't accept it and they call things conspiracy theories is because they have basically succumbed to the status quo. And they have been sucked in and drawn into the matrix. They cannot escape. They are stuck on low vibrational frequencies. and they can't rise above it. So with that all being said, these people have simply been brainwashed. You could call it mesmerism, hypnotism, or whatever, walking around in a fog, like just not able to see past the smoke and mirrors, clearly not using their third eye. They have not activated their pineal gland. Now, many, many moons ago, there was a man by the name of Franz Anton Mesmer. Now, he was a German physician who also happened to study astrology, right? So in his studies, he came across what we now call mesmerism. And clearly it's named after him, Franz Mesmer. That's why we call it the art of mesmerism, which is the same thing as hypnosis. And you'll see that those words, hypnosis and mesmerism, are used synonymously, right? So what he came across is that he realized that natural energy transference, it occurs between both animated and inanimate objects and things, right? And he called that animal magnetism. And with that all being said, you know, I told you numerous of times that everything has energy. Everything. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's only transferred and transformed. Okay? So when you allow negativity to come into your space and you start to absorb that negative energy by focusing your energy on it, focusing your thoughts on it, then you are lowering your own frequency. And this is where we get, you know, disease and sickness and things like that, right? And then you become mesmerized. You become mesmerized with the art of negativity. You become so engulfed in it, sometimes you can't find your way out. And this is why people become suicidal. You see, people that become suicidal, they're only able to focus on the negative aspects of their life, of the things that they're going through, of the things that they feel about themselves. And sometimes people try to motivate, encourage, and inspire them, but that doesn't do any good because they have it so embedded within themselves. And that's because they have been hypnotized into this way of thinking, and they can't undo the damage. They are in a brain fog, a continuous perpetual cycle of negativity. And, you know, when you get to that point and you feel like there's no escape, that's when you start having these suicidal thoughts, because now you start thinking about making a permanent solution to only temporary problems. You see, a person suffering to depression to the extent that they cannot see the light of day, that they cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel, and they just see themselves being drawn further and further into the abyss of negativity. And sometimes this is of their own doing. They don't even realize it. You see, some people worry so much, concern themselves so much with what other people say and think about them. They worry so much with what other people feel about them. And that makes them have low self-esteem. But if you focus your efforts and energy more so on what you think of yourself, if you feel that you are worthy, that you are deserving, that you are a good person, that you can do better, that you can achieve your goals, that you are deserving of the good things in life. When you start thinking like that and giving yourself positive affirmations, then you won't be so susceptible to succumb to the negative thought patterns that you receive from listening to those who are clearly your haters. You see, there are some people who go around seeking out people to put negativity on, to say negative things about them, to criticize them, to make them feel bad. Those people are haters. That's all they are. They're haters. And a lot of us listen to our haters and really entertain what they think and say. And that's the last thing you should do. It's just like on my other channel. I was telling people in the chat that when you see trolls come in the chat saying negative things, do not entertain or engage them, because what they are doing is they are controlling you. I want you to pay attention. You see, when you sink to a low vibrational energy and frequency, you will then inevitably allow others to control you, to dictate your attitude, to dictate your mood. And by doing that, they can dictate your life as long as you allow them to. We have to rise above emotions, because many of us just get caught up in our emotions and we start, saying negative things about ourselves. We start lashing out. We start getting angry and upset and bothered and worried and distraught, all because of what other people are saying or thinking about us. And let me tell you something. What you cannot do is you cannot focus on what other people are saying, because there's going to be people who say good things about you, but there's always going to be people who also say negative things about you. And if you start believing what they say and allowing their thoughts to enter your mind, then you become trapped in a prison of your own mind. You know, they say brain cells. We have brain cells, right? We have millions and millions of brain cells, like a prison cell. That's why they say you're trapped in the prison of your mind. So when you sit there and allow all this negativity to just be absorbed into you, to come into your space and place, and then you feel trapped and you can't get out, this is what makes people become sick, because it causes you to not be able to be at ease, hence dis-ease. It causes you to feel like life isn't worth living, to become pessimistic, as if things cannot or will not get better. So we have to refrain from that, because right now, as I have told you numerous of times, we are in spiritual warfare. We're engaged in spiritual warfare. And the only way to win the battle and to stay healthy and whole and spiritually in tune with the universe, with nature, and with the Most High is to stay on a high vibrational frequency. And you do that by continuing your affirmations daily. You do that by not only praying for what you need and what you want, but also by giving an attitude of gratitude and saying, you know, thank you, Most High, for me waking up to see another day. Thank you for my family and friends who love me. Thank you that I have a good job. Thank you that I'm healthy. That's what you do. You give positive affirmations to yourself, and then give gratefulness, which is a state of mind, gratitude, which is a state of mind. You show gratitude to the Most High. And you'll see that when you do that, your blessings will come more abundantly. And do you know why that is? Because the energy that you put out into the universe is the same energy that comes right back to you. As Franz Mesmer said, animal magnetism. You get in return what you put out. So if you're putting out negative energy, you will always have a negative outcome. You know, sometimes people pray and they ask the Most High for things, and then their prayers go unanswered. And they wonder why their prayers went unanswered. Well, it's likely because of your negative thinking. You see, you have to know that whatever you're asking the Most High for absolutely can be given, absolutely can be attained. But if you're thinking that this is not going to happen, you pray for a job, for example, but you're thinking, I'm not going to get hired. I don't have the skill set. I don't have the experience. You know, they're not going to hire me for this reason or that reason. Well, then you're going against what you already spoke to the Most High. So your thoughts and your thinking has to be in line with what you are asking the universe for, what you are asking the Most High for. That's how you manifest your destiny. That's how you manifest greatness. Now, if your prayers are going unanswered, that's clearly because you are not putting your thinking in a line with what you are asking for. You don't ask the Most High for something in prayer and then think that you're not going to get it. That's a lack of faith, right? Remember, Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is belief in things unseen. So even though you haven't seen the positive results as of yet, you should know that they can and they will happen. Speak things that were not as though they were. And another thing is, a lot of times we worry about things that don't even happen. We sit there and worry about things that may never even occur. Fear, false evidence appearing real. You don't know if something's going to happen or not, but you choose to focus on the negative aspect and say, oh, well, it's probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to, be for me. Maybe it just wasn't for me. And that's another thing. You see, when we want things and the things that we want don't come, we don't get them. A lot of times we just tell ourselves, just to make ourselves feel better or to try to justify it, we say, well, it just wasn't for me. Sometimes it is for you. Sometimes you're acting as your own worst enemy because you're pushing away the things that you want with your own negative thinking patterns by being pessimistic rather than optimistic, because you have been mesmerized by negative energies of other people or even the negative thoughts of things that happened to you in the past. The past is behind you. Because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen in your present or your future. And you need not dwell on those things. You should always see the bright lining, right? The silver lining at the end of the rainbow. That's what you should always focus on. Don't sit there and feel like you're not worthy, you're undeserving. Don't let haters tell you things to make you feel bad about yourself. No matter what anyone says, we were all put here for a divine reason. Everyone was put here by a divine reason. When you think about the fact that the Most High created the sun, the moon, the stars, the entire beautiful universe, when you think about the fact that the Most High created the plants, the trees, right? When you think about the lakes and the oceans, when you think about all the beautiful scenery that the Most High created, like a picturesque universe, right? When you think about that and how all of these things serve a divine purpose, we need water to drink and to live and survive. We need nature so that we can absorb its energy and stay in tune, spiritually in tune. We need plants so that we have food to eat. Everything has a divine purpose that the Most High created. I'm not talking about what man has created. I'm talking about what the Most High Creator has made for us. Everything has a divine purpose. So with that all being said, the Most High created you. So you too have a divine purpose. Now, whether you choose to live within that purpose is entirely up to you. Whether or not you allow other people to steal your dreams is up to you. You see, people can only do to you what you allow them to. If you have a friend, a person in your life, family member, whomever, and they're always pessimistic, they're always telling you negative things about yourself, you need to remove yourself from their presence until they change their thinking patterns, because positive or negative energy, both are contagious. Energy itself is contagious. I told you before, if you walk into a room and everyone is glad to see you and happy and wants to shake your hand or give you a hug or whatever, and you feel upbeat then, right? You feel upbeat in your high energy because they're high energy, because they're exuding positivity. And so therefore you are now feeling positive. Even if you were feeling down when you first entered that room, I guarantee you, when you see that everyone is happy to see you and everyone is welcoming you with open arms and they're giving you positive energy, you can't help but feel the same positive energy. But on the flip side, if you walk into a room and everyone's looking at you with their nose turned up and they're whispering like, why is he here? Why is she here? Who invited them? And they're acting nasty and they're being negative, then you too will become negative, even if you enter the room with a positive state of mind, right? Because you'll start thinking, what are they looking at me for? Why do they have an attitude? And then you'll have an attitude as well, because energy is absolutely contagious. So we have to refrain from allowing other people to not only steal our energy, suck up our energy, but to change our energy. That's what you have to stop allowing negative people to do, to change your energy. Because you can be in such a good mood and somebody can come along and just blow your whole high. They can completely blow your whole high. Some people do that on purpose. I have an uncle who told me once, because he always is very disagreeable with many people in the family. And, you know, he's a good person most of the time. But there are some times when he's very disagreeable with people in the family. And so he gets into these arguments back and forth with many of us. I don't argue with him anymore because I figured out his trick. You see, I decided one day that I will not entertain him any longer when he's in his lower self. Your lower self is the negativity. Your higher self, that's positive. So I decided that I would disengage from him whenever he was being negative, because I'm not going to argue with you. I could be having a good day and he'll call me and just start an argument. So one day as I was talking to him, he told me, you know, I was telling him about his negativity and how he argues with everyone. And he told me, he said, sometimes I do it on purpose. And I said, what? He said, yes, sometimes I do it on purpose because I want to start an argument. I want to argue. You know what that told me? That he had the spirit of discord. That's what he has. The spirit of discord. That is someone who goes out looking for trouble, who goes out looking to lower other people's frequency. That's what he's doing. They say misery loves company. Now, I don't know if he's miserable, but I do know he's low vibrational. And his low vibration is lonely. So it wants to draw others in with it, right? So that's why he would say, because I asked him, I said, who thinks that way? Who wants to knowingly, purposely make other people upset or angry? Low vibrational, a spirit of discord. We need to refrain from ever having that. We need to have a spirit of love, of kindness, of peace. Now, of course, you can't always have these spirits. You see, sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. And when you stand up for yourself, you can't always be nice. You can't always be sweet and pleasant. Sometimes you have to be stern. Sometimes you have to get serious. Sometimes you have to shift your energy for that moment. Because I'm not telling you to sit there and let somebody just badger you and bash you and go in on you and you don't say anything. That's not what I'm telling you. Because sometimes you absolutely do have to stand up for yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, don't allow people to suck you in and drain you of your energy. Those people are psychic vampires, and they'll do it whenever you give them the opportunity, because they, in fact, are opportunists. And many of these people who function like this, like my uncle, they're narcissists. You see, the narcissist wants control. They're power-hungry control freaks. And by making you angry when you're being positive, because here's the thing, these low vibrational narcissists, they, in fact, don't like to see people happy and pleasant and laughing and enjoying themselves and having a good time. That's what they don't like to do. So they will purposely trigger you, because then now you're stooping to their level, and that's what they like. Because now they don't have to feel bad about themselves for being negative, because now you're negative right down there with them, right down there at the bottom of the barrel. That's where they pulled you. So you should always refrain from allowing narcissists to do that, because the main reason they want to do it is because narcissists are control freaks. And they know that once they get you out of character, once they lower your vibrational frequency, they now can control your actions. And you won't even realize it, because you'll be mesmerized. You'll be under the spell of their hypnosis. That's what these nefarious devils do. So you have to always be mindful of that and always paying attention. And if you find that any of the things that I have said are true of yourself, then you should start rewiring your brain to get rid of negative thinking patterns and to try to focus on positive thinking. Good vibes only. Good vibes only, because good vibrations draw more positive things into your life. You can have anything that you want. You can dictate the narrative of your life when you refrain from negativity, and especially when you don't allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Fear is the lowest vibration. The highest vibration is love. When you walk around with a love energy, with a love frequency, you will draw more of that to you and through you. But if you walk around in fear, which is the lowest frequency, you will draw and attract more negative things. And that goes for relationships, that goes for friendships, that goes for anything that you're doing and engaging in. So with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. I hope I helped someone. Dan says, thank you for your ministry. Peace and blessings. Thank you, beloved, for your kind words and your contribution. Terry Hinton, thank you for your contribution, beloved. And Hollywood, thank you for yours as well. So with that all being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Please make sure that you like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. And I wish you all a blessed and beautiful day. Stay high vibrational, positive. Each one teach one. Teach someone something today about raising their vibrational frequency. Tell someone something positive, and tell yourself something positive. Don't forget your daily affirmations. And when you pray tonight, before you go to bed, or even when you meditate, be sure to give the Most High an attitude of gratitude, and your blessings will start to flow more abundantly. All right. I hope to see you all in the next chat for your daily vitamins. Peace.